Mojang just added a new way to take on the ancient city that makes it easier than ever. Even better, the method is so simple that even a monkey that can't even play Minecraft could pull it off. Top of the morning to you laddies, it's me, Big Red. So lately, with the Sulfur Cube update just about upon us, I've been doing a lot of thinking. With so many different archetypes, mob properties, and mechanics, this Sulfur Cube is easily one of the most advanced Minecraft mobs of all time. There's a lot to it. Now, obviously here, one of our big uses for the Sulfur Cube, well, it's gotta be those mini games. You can run around your world, play a little bit of Sulfur Ball. I hear it's all the rage lately, until you remember that they removed P2P, and so, there's gotta be some other uses for the Sulfur Cube. By the way, welcome back to the testing series, where we test everything Minecraft, including the ancient city and the Sulfur Cube. For more Minecraft experiments, smash that like button. The like goal today is 777 likes. And make sure you subscribe for more cool Minecraft videos just about every single day. So here we have the punching bag of the show today, the Sulfur Cube. The cool thing about the Sulfur Cube is the fact that once you have a block inside of it, no matter the type of block that you have inside of it, it doesn't take any damage at all. You could hit this thing all day long with the strongest sword in the universe, and that'll actually only make it move a little bit farther. You could try and light this thing and burn it into oblivion, and... Oh, okay, well, maybe lighting it on fire does work. Is that supposed to be like that? And at that point got me thinking, literally everything. Well, does that mean even a creeper explosion? Other mob damage? Well, yes. On a completely different note, the sculk sensor, aka the tattletale block of all time. In the game since 1.19, you know how the sensor senses. You move around, as long as you're not sneaking, the sculk sensor will hear you. Basically, any interaction in the entire game, lighting something on fire, yep, it knows about that. Placing a block down in the game, absolutely knows about that. Hitting things, it knows about that. But the big question here is the sculk sensor. What about something like maybe the brand new Sulfur Cube mob? Will the sculk sensor know very much about the Sulfur Cube? Like, can it hear it move? And, by placing a little bit of wool around the sculk sensor, we can isolate where the sensor will be able to actually sense things from. So it'll only hear things that move straight off in front of it. And the Sulfur Cube? Okay, well, that's interesting. If it moves too quick, it doesn't hear it. But that's pretty easy. Our easy workaround is to hit this thing a little bit softer, or maybe just put a block that doesn't move as much into the Sulfur Cube. Something like stone. To simplify things quite a bit, our basic rule with the deep dark, if a sculk sensor can hear it, well, the Warden can probably hear it too. Now I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm pretty sure I know exactly how this next part of the experiment is going to conclude. But the Warden, the Sulfur Cube, what are the interactions between this little mob? Unfortunately, or fortunately, this thing doesn't have a brain, so it's not going to feel any pain. But if it bounces around near the Warden, which it will inherently, instinctually do, well, the Warden's going to definitely see it. And it couldn't get it to it, so it just banged it. Alright, well typically, you do not want to get anywhere near this mob at all. The further away from the Warden you are, the better. That's fine, you see, that's where my arsenal of ideas comes in. If we owned a node, a Sulfur Cube, and maybe we'll put like a stone variant inside of the Sulfur Cube so it doesn't move very much. The cool thing is, if we wanted to send this to the Warden, well, how much this thing moves is based off of how much damage is dealt to the Sulfur Cube. So right off the bat, hitting the Sulfur Cube with my fist, well, if I level that up with even a plain old diamond sword, it'll slide a little bit more. But we could level that up even more with something that maybe has some inherent knockback. Maybe something like a diamond spear. Okay. Thinking about things a little bit, maybe if the Warden is already in my world, I don't care very much if the sculk sensor can hear it because the problem is already here. So hit this thing with a spear and oh man, yeah, that knocks back a whole lot farther. But enchantments will affect how the Sulfur Cube moves as well. So if I can hit this thing with a diamond sword with knockback while running, whoa, mama, that's off to the other side of the ancient city easily. Another thing you could hit it with, definitely, is a little bit of punch going on. Oh, and if you hit it with punch, now it's actually gone forever. So that brings us to the actual theory. Imagine this, picture it. You're inside of the ancient city, you've made a lot of noise, the Warden has summoned in. Could we, theoretically, drop a Sulfur Cube down, hit it so it'll start moving around, and distract the Warden with the sulfur cube. The final thing we might want to keep in mind is the different archetypes that we have of the sulfur cube and what each single archetype will do. We might not want to have an archetype like a bouncy one that the Warden will hit once and fling it to the other side of the city. Instead, we might want to have either a highly resistant one, maybe a sliding one, or possibly even a damaging one too. You know, give the Warden a little bit of a taste of its own medicine. So here we go. We have a Warden, we have a sulfur cube. The sulfur cube makes a little bit of noise. The Warden notices that, hey, there's a sulfur cube right there. It doesn't like it. Now, this is what I'm wondering. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're going to hit it, and then you're going to chase it. Oh, no. And then you're going to boom it and split it up. That's not good. All right, so right off the bat, how about we deal a little bit of damage to the Warden instead? We have a magma block, magma cube, sulfur Warden. Maybe if the Warden hits it a little bit less far. Oh, that's probably too far. I bet you it's going to do that little waddle and then boom again, isn't it? It's trying to get over to the sulfur cube. It's trying. I never realized how much it limps, but yeah, it still booms it. That's no bueno. It's probably because the Warden is so strong, it's sending the sulfur cube so far away. So what if maybe we put like a little bit of a heavier sulfur cube? This thing is going to need quite a bit of damage to actually move it. So we watch the Warden while it knows it's a thing. Aha! It'll hit it multiple times now and keep chasing it. Oh, that's a little bit more like it. I mean, it still booms it, which is a problem. But maybe it's not that much of a problem. After all, with the Warden here, the idea is just to simply get the mob away from me, right? So there is one more sulfur cube archetype that we could try, and that is the soul sand one. The soul sand sulfur cube is the sulfur cube that will move the least by far with every single hit. We have an angry Warden. We have a sulfur cube. Oh, you see, it barely moved. Aha, that might be what we needed. The Warden is definitely going to be kept busy with that one. And this time, it doesn't get very far from the Warden. It doesn't actually boom, at least anywhere near as quickly. The Warden is just busy hitting and hitting and hitting all day long. Oh my god. This thing has been going on for long enough for me to definitely get away from the Warden now. Laddies, I think we just cracked the code. Oh man. But real quick here, I'm just curious. I'm going to go ahead and let this thing run for a little bit longer. We'll speed it up into a time lapse right here just to see if the Warden will ever boom the cube. But I don't think it's going to. And that's it. This combination right here might just be the cheat code to the ancient city and how we could win things. So here's my thinking. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and fast track our way down to an ancient city in my world. For the purpose of this experiment, I'll give myself some night vision so you can see what's going on a little bit easier. But keep in mind that actually being able to see anything doesn't affect the experiments at all. I'm going to rock myself a knockback 2 diamond sword so I could send the cube away. And then, of course, the last things last, we will need a sulfur cube inside of our world. Now, the cool thing with a sulfur cube is I can put a block inside of it and put it inside of a bucket. That way, if something bad happens, I could just deploy the bucket, probably hit the cube and send it, and then I could hightail it on out of there. Cool thing about this is the Warden has a smelling mechanic, which should mean even if a mob or an entity doesn't make any noise at all, well, the Warden will be able to smell it and hear it if you get close enough to it. And all that we need here is the Warden to begin the chain reaction and start whacking the cube, because then the cube is going to move every single time. The Warden's going to hear it, going to get really, really mad at the cube. And I guess the idea here is to basically create an easy distraction for the Warden, so I can go ahead and, like, you know, keep on exploring the ancient city. All right, but so far so good. I've accidentally set off a sculk shrieker 3 times. If I accidentally set it off one more time by like, whoopsie, stepping on one, it should theoretically be go time. Oh no, okay. So I've set a Warden in. I'm gonna stay calm. I'm gonna drop the sulfur cube in. I'm gonna hit the sulfur cube so it hears it. And then I think all that I need to do is basically get far away from the Warden. As long as I can get far away from the Warden, it sounds like it's mad. But if I can get far enough away from the Warden... Oh, no, it hears me still. I didn't go far enough away. Whoops, that's my bad. Okay, that's fine. Noted for the next time. Noted. I'll go farther next time. All right, attempt number 2. I'm thinking, obviously, I was way too close to the Warden that time around. Maybe a punch bow. The idea here is going to be pretty similar. I run around in the ancient city. I accidentally set off one of these shriekers, and then if a Warden decides to, pop right in, I drop the cube down, and this time, going nowhere near the Warden, I just hit the cube a few times. Make it vibrate so the Warden can hear it. And then I need to actually, for real this time, leave. I got to get away from that side of the city. Maybe I was thinking, because I want to be able to actually observe the thing. I should have brought some blocks. Oh, wait. All right. So if I tower up all the way over here, I could see that it definitely sees the sulfur cube. And there we go. Just like that, the Warden is actually stuck on a block, dude. That's even better, so it's not going to move anywhere. Oh my god, the sulfur cube is going to keep the Warden busy. Meanwhile, I suppose I could, run around over here this side of the ancient city. And, I guess the Warden is never going to despawn because it's continuously, making noise or whatever. But I could go ahead and carry on with my ancient city raiding operation. Maybe just loot a couple of more chests while I listen to the Warden in the background. And actually, the sound of playing in the city the whole time is kind of reassuring. It tells me that the Warden is absolutely still occupied on the other end of the city. If the sound gets louder, then it is closer to me. Oh, man. This is just keeping the Warden busy on the other end of the city. Knowing that I already summoned a Warden in, maybe I could, play things a little bit safer this time. Try and watch out for the sculk shriekers and stuff a little bit better and just not summon another one in. But even if I accidentally did, and I was, a little bit too noisy, you can have multiple Wardens inside of a world at once. Same thing. I just drop another sulfur cube with soul sand inside of it. Oh, and it's mad. It's definitely mad at the other sulfur cube, dude. I don't know where it went. I think it sent it off that way behind the building, but oh, it's busy with another sulfur cube, dude. Escape move, whatever you want to call it for the Warden. You've got one inside of your world. Send the sulfur cube over to it and hightail it out of that part over to the other end of the city. Ancient City is a little bit obstructive, so it's hard to observe, but I suppose this time around we could just listen for the noise. I definitely got away from the Warden quick enough. Never mind, had to tactically retreat. The Warden didn't end up catching onto the sulfur cube, but now that I'm farther away, it shouldn't be able to smell me at all, and in time it should 100% lock onto the sulfur cube. And the beautiful thing about this, if it doesn't lock onto the sulfur cube that's sitting over here, which it has, but if it doesn't, it'll end up just crawling back into the ground and disappearing. But oh my gosh, this is the easiest ancient city backup plan into the entire world. The dude is going to be busy until the end of time, hitting the sulfur cube. Hopefully it hits it into a corner and then just stands there and hits it like that. Oh my god, it's perfect. Suppose we could go ahead and check on our other friend over here and look at it. It's still stuck in the corner. It's busy the whole time. I can't believe nobody has found this quite yet. The Warden, its biggest weakness, well, it's the soul sand sulfur cube. Dude, no way. And that's all I got for this episode of the Everything series. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button, subscribe. A final big thank you to our sponsor today, El Dorado. Check them out with my link in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.